you thrive in a new evaluation technique? How are you going to survive within a new construct of the quarterbacking role is evolving? How are you going to adhere to the new way that talent will be judged, both coming out of college, both with veterans that have matriculated into years of service? Why? Because the rules for the game are evolving. The algorithm for succeeding is in flux. That's the topic of what we're bringing to this conversation. Who am I? Who am I? I'm the Scout Whisperer. It's kind of like a seasoned executive whisperer. It's kind of like dinosaur whisperer. It's kind of like being able to whisper any topic, which is much being able to sniff out when the rules for the game are in flux. The rules for networking, the rules for augmentation, the rules for incubation, the rules and the algorithm for becoming 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 a super quarterback. To back up a couple steps so that way we're all on the same page. Scout Whisperer. Scout Whisperer's coming from a place where we figure out what scouts are newly directed to shop for. So when you look at scouts, it's a certain amount of capital that you have to allocate. You have draft capital, you have energy and attention capital, and then you have money capital. So capital. Scouts have a limited amount of resources and they have to do as much as they can with the limited resources that you're given. That's why quarterbacking 12.0 is interesting from this conversation. Why? Because all of us have a limited amount of capacity, but the algorithm, the rules for how we exist, they're constantly testing us. That's why so many people say, oh, saying that something is a psychological operation is like saying that water is wet, where of course it's a psychological operation. You're a human, or half of you are robots, and that's okay. But you're a human and you're having to quarterback the brain matter between your ears to slightly improve your living conditions, slightly improve your likelihood of survival, slightly improve your ability to quarterback and direct the resources that are in and around you guys. Do you like that? That's why I called this video Quarterbacking 12.0. Why? Because going to one job and putting it into cruise control and letting somebody else direct our pension fund, that kind of went out the window. Did you guys see in Paris that retired workers are making more money than active workers? You can't make that up. And the reason that's significant is the rules for money, the rules for wages, the rules for trying to make money, they're completely in a delta. They're completely in a changing algorithm. They're completely in a changing environment. And that's what makes this video, I think, incredibly pertinent. Before I delve into much more of the agenda, let me introduce myself. I'm Larry Chang, and my channel's on what they don't teach you in school. Half of it's entertaining, but in the jokes that get told, my attempt is to be 100.0% truthful. Why? where you might think that the one word repeats a lot, but what one, because if you do the vocabulary map of words used, it's a completely disparate, dichotomous, it seems like it could go in 15 different directions, but this one direction for this video is quarterbacking. So, what is the word that you think that I repeat a lot, which is A space LOT? What word do you think that is? What word do you think that is? And there you go. You can't answer the question, which is what word got repeated? And then when you say the younger generation's going to skip over, that's where you're not understanding. This is a Gen Alpha, Gen Z talk. Why? Because quarterbacking 12.0, again I ask you, what word do I repeat a lot? What word do I repeat a lot? Or do I need to speak slower for you? Because that's a third ask. What we're doing here is accountability. What we're doing here is quarterbacking resources as I'm quarterbacking trolls with a woman pretending to be a man, pretending to be a woman, with online Karen. Fifth ask, what word do you think that I repeat a lot? What word do you think I repeat a lot? That's the word. How about encompassing? How about 360? How about ubiquitous? How about congruent? Oh, hey, this is a quick question because remember, we're talking about quarterbacking right now. Somebody doesn't know that this is all under Gemini 3, where I'm not going to ask you for your real name because you're a man pretending to be a woman, confused. What is one book that you've read? And that's a funny question. Why? Because we're talking about quarterbacking and my channel's on what they don't teach you in school. And the reason that quarterbacking is falling under, oh my God, we're going to learn about football quarterbacking. You're going to see after this video, you're going to see how your brain connects to things that are in the popular culture that we're able to understand that there's an active defense that's curtailing progress. But in our lives, where we're moving forward, there is no active defender. It's just your own brain and your own civil war. Look at the messaging for what you've been able to put forth, where you are your own worst enemy. And I'm not laughing at you. I'm not laughing at you. I'm not laughing at you. What I'm laughing at is the fact that when you are your own worst enemy, you're playing offense and defense simultaneously. So, the channel's what they don't teach you in school. Think of this as the Scout Whisperer. What's a Scout Whisperer? A Scout Whisperer has to measure talent because quarterbacks, every year there's 10 to 15 potential quarterbacks, but the one that succeeds seemingly comes out of left field. You're just trying to say negative things for attention, and I'm down with that. Do you know why? Because 10 to 15 quarterbacks per year. And let's say you are a person who's played zero sports. Let's say that you're a person that sees a ball and is intimidated. Or you think to yourself, oh, football on TV is just bread and circus. This is how to take bread and circus during this collapse of this Roman Empire and take the bread and circus and improve your brain because you're quarterbacking other people's bread and other people's circus. In the cool kids parlance of computer science, what this is being able to run an API, quarterbacking. Can you dictate and manipulate and create with your hands and your brain what? A a a productive thing. Because look at how in these comments you're in 15 different directions, mostly trending towards negative. For example, the last one, when these guys talk, they slow down because they think they're so wise. So what you're seeing and disconnecting with is the fact that you've never said things that are original. Like all the negative things that you've said up until now, they've been negative things that you've said before, where I'm gonna guess that English is your third language and that it's a really good, your command of the English language is pretty high. So I'm gonna guess India, Pakistan, where your negativity is ingrained because the fact that I'm gonna quarterback you right now. You're from an environment where you shit, where you eat. Literally, you'll be shitting right by your water supply. So shitting where you eat, that's actually an improvement for you. Am I stuttering right now? Because when you shit where you eat, that's actually okay because in theory you're eating solid food and shitting solids. Let's just assume that you're semi-healthy from India, Pakistan. Now, this is where the video goes to the next level because we're talking about quarterbacking. You're not able to quarterback your poop and your pee, your urine and your feces, because what you're doing is you're shitting into your water supply and then drinking that water. This is India, Pakistan in a nutshell. What are we talking about here? We're talking about quarterbacking. I'm in a nice hotel, and this is where you say, oh, you don't shit where you eat, which is what? You don't have sex in the hotel that the athletic team paid for. Why do you not do that? The reason you don't do that is because you don't shit where you eat, okay? And that's difficult because you and your people, you're pooping in the street into a river and then you're drinking the river water. This is why I have to drink out of a plastic straw or a paper straw, because you guys just dump everything into the river and then you drink that water. So what the benefit here of quarterbacking is this. When you go from a situation where everybody wants to have sex with you, now you realize quarterbacking. Can the person who's going to be quarterbacking your football team manage their own penis? Meaning, is it just going to go everywhere? This is the shitting where you eat. That's a big no-no. That's a big no-no. But I get it, India, Pakistan, you like to shit exactly where you eat. But if you think about the specifics on that, that's still okay because it's a solid shit. And then you're disconnecting the two, hopefully not just pooping into your hands and then eating it, although no judgments, all are welcome here because I'm very LGBTQ, TT, feces eating friendly, if that's just your thing. But what I'm talking about is quarterbacking where you don't take a defecation into a river and then take that river water and then bathe in it. You've seen those videos that your people do. You've seen those videos. You've seen those videos. No more chirping, no more chirping anymore. No more chirping anymore. No more chirping anymore. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, the improvement that we're doing, what improvement are we doing? What improvement are we doing? The improvement that we're executing on. Where is Karen? Where is Karen? Karen's always got something new to say, can't respond to the existing things. Always something new, always something new, always something new. You got to come up with something new. Whereas just listen and respond to something that I've said. That's quarterbacking. Can you adapt to what you hear and respond? And it turns out most people can't. I'm going to guess that you're 29. I'm going to guess that you're 29. It's crazy, right? I'm going to guess that you have also coincidentally 29K in student debt. Wait a minute. Why do you have student debt if you don't have a college degree? So did you just go to college a bunch and then just never finish and then you just kept the debt? This is quarterbacking your debt. That's a topic for 45 minutes in, because initially, let's just cover some of the basics. And since we're a little too troll friendly, let me get back on topic, quarterbacking 12.0. You see, being able to DJ our penis, it's critical, because if you're a quarterback and you're making league minimum of $4 million in 3 years, a lot of women are still going to want to sleep with you because you're still on TV. This is the whole component of don't shit where you eat. But if you do poop where you ingest food by your DoorDash bag, no judgments, Pakistan. Yes, judgments, India. India, Pakistan, love exterior food baby droppage in the wild. How do you even wipe your butt? It's completely the opposite of a Japanese toilet. It's completely the opposite. Where in Singapore, they'll beat you just for spitting on the ground. But I don't digress. Because what we're doing here with quarterbacking 12.0 is, if you are going to fuck a girl in your hotel room, at least get another hotel room to fuck the girl in. You can't just fuck her in your own hotel room. Why? Because you've got a playbook. You've got a playbook in intelligence that's sitting in your desk area. This is quarterbacking 12.0. And this is questions that scouts are going to have. where you're exactly correct. People in glass houses sink ships, because I'm not throwing a football through your glass house. I'm showing you how to protect where the football's going, so that way we never have to sink ships. Oh, this is exactly Oz, OZ. He's a guy, and he's a mentalist, and he goes into all these different quarterbacking rooms and NFL team rooms. Oh, and that's the point. That's the point. Oz, OZ. He's a mentalist. He's basically a hypnotist magician, and then all he's doing is what? He's playing mental games with the quarterback by predicting what the quarterback's going to do, by predicting where the quarterback's going to go with the ball. It's a it's a magic trick of, oh my God, I can't believe this guy knows what I'm thinking. So, so this is what we're, in essence, benefiting from. You thought I was going to say this is the crux of what I'm addressing. This is how to benefit, which is one, you want a quarterback 1.0 book. This is where you go to a job interview and you just bring a book. And the book that you bring to the job interview is the book that should be the corporate Bible. Let me give you an example. Quarterbacking our way towards 5 job offers by going to a party. I know that sounds over the top, but if you can't get one quarterback job, you can't get one quarterback job, you actually need 6 quarterbacking job offers. Does that make sense? It's like you can't get one girl to sleep with you. You have to get 17 girls to want to sleep with you. That way you can get 2.5 girls, and then the 2.5 scales to 25, and then you marry one of them, but only after you've slept with 600 girls. That's just how the math works. This is quarterbacking. This is vagina. This is how to get a job. This is reading 1.0 book. You see, what you're asking AI, American intelligence, what you're asking AI is this. Spotify. What corporate book should be conjoined where it's recommended reading for executives at Spotify? You ask that question. You ask AI that. But if you don't have Opus 9.0, because right now Anthropic Opus 4.5, or you don't have access to Grok 62, because currently Elon and Kevin and 5 other retards are working on Grok 4. Or you're realizing, oh, I'm meeting Larry Chang for the first time, because how does a 5'3" guy even quarterback? Well, the answer for that is I'm actually 6'5" and quarterbacking you right now. This is why I'm going to get 9 job offers to be a quarterback, an amphibious quarterback. Yes, one that can quarterback on land and water, amphibious. This is what genius people call ambidextrous, which is amphibious. Because if you say I'm ambidextrous, people are like, uh-oh, you're too smart. You can't be a quarterback. That's why Aaron Rodgers dropped in the draft almost to the second round. So we're still on the Spotify example. We're trying to quarterback our brain because it's English only, buddy. It's English only, buddy, and no satanic shit, and no homosexual shit. So I'm gonna pin your satanic message, and then I'm going to put you in a quick timeout. We'll do a full timeout. Yeah, that's what happens after I dunk the basketball on your not even on your head, on your head's head, because you're like 5'2". So after I dunk the ball in your head, you're like, uh-oh, I need a timeout. We're talking about job offers. We're talking about quarterbacking. This is the math. And I'm going to repeat the math. Oh, Larry, you repeat yourself. That's because you're focusing on 2 fucking screens, and now you're like, oh my God, this guy's got genius shit. I gotta pay attention. This is the math. So if you're trying to get one quarterbacking job offer, that means it's gonna have to give you a job offer. You can't just get one job offer and then take it, because that's just not how it works. Ditto women. If you're trying to get one girl to sleep with you at the party, there better be 7 women that want to sleep with you. Because if 7 women don't want to sleep with you, nobody wants to sleep with you. Nobody wants to sleep with you. That's why when you're trying to just get one, it's impossible. That's why these videos are amazing, because I'm not talking about 0 to 1 in a homosexual Peter Thiel, Sam Altman kind of way. Peter Thiel, Thiel, pansexual neurodivergent. Ditto, Sam Altman, pansexual neurodivergent. This is going right into their cerebral cortex after somebody pays me $80 million for hashtag 26 days of OpenAI ducking bankruptcy. Let me repeat that because this is how the math works. If you're trying to get one quarterbacking job, if you're trying to get one quarterbacking job, if you're trying to get one quarterbacking job, you're screwed. If you're trying to get one girl to play with your third base, that's not going to happen. You've got to get 6 job offers, then you can get one job. That's just how the math works. This is why 3 guys in the San Francisco Bay Area, this is why 3 guys have sex with 60% of the women. You thought I was going to say 80%? The reason you don't have sex with 80% of the women is because 90% of the women are not even, you can't even, like, it's not even, like, you can't even, you just can't. You just can't. Too ugly. You can't kiss them. Yeah. Guess who gets to be a moderator? Guess who gets to be a moderator? You'll get this math. You'll understand this math. You'll understand this math. We're back to the Spotify example. Let's say you're trying to get a barely over the poverty line Spotify assistant product manager job, barely making 200K. Basically, you're homeless in the Bay Area. But currently, you're making $40,000 less. But you're trying to work at Spotify. What book does Spotify need that Spotify executives currently are not quoting from? So you take all the social media coming off of Spotify executives and you say, oh my God, have you dumb motherfuckers not ever read Larry Lessig? It's a company of music executives who didn't read a book about music copyright. And I'm not laughing at you guys. I'm laughing at the retards who are making 600K. Because when you're a retard making 600K, you also don't read 5 books a month. You may not read 5 books a year. I'm probably preaching to the illiterate who has read 0.0 books in 2026. No worries. What we're doing is we're quarterbacking 3 sentences, strap in. Because here are 3 sentences that are going to financially benefit you, and you're going to say, oh my God, is that true? And that's this. 1, the Super Bowl in 2027, that's going to happen in Los Angeles. And remember, when the message is held for review, you can't even pass the gay and woke filter because you're way too gay and way too woke. Therefore, you're being filtered. So, reconjure up 3 sentences. Let's go. Atlanta is 2028. When Atlanta's 2028, you can benefit. Why? Because you can be prepared for that Super Bowl. What this video is about is how can you quarterback from your armchair? That was so good. I'm going to write that down. Have you guys written down anything? my first time out of the day, come back better. Come back better. Come back better. Let me repeat the 3 sentences because nobody said thank you. Sentence number 1, Los Angeles Super Bowl is 2027. Let me repeat my next sentence, which is the Super Bowl in Atlanta happens in 2028. That you should be able to financially benefit from. In Wall Street, that's called front running. Oh, we're talking about quarterbacking. Larry, can you front run the defense? Yes. But I'm going to write down what I said before. What did I say before that I said I was going to write down? I remember. Is this video of benefit to you guys? Gratitude. Here are 3 more sentences. Financial benefit, financial benefit, financial benefit. We're going to hit on Spotify in a second. Mentor mention per press interview. This is quarterbacking, where everybody throws the ball 60 yards. In my case, 67 yards. Everybody throws, everybody's got an arm cannon. I am trying out for quarterback wearing this. So I'm wearing this to bait people to say, oh, are you a social media person? You don't make shit all on social media. But if you throw me a job offer, and I say, thank you for your job offer, what I need to do is I need to start carrying a clipboard. And I'm not carrying a clipboard like I'm an offensive coordinator. I need to carry a clipboard for the assistant to the assistant to the assistant to the assistant coordinator. Meanwhile, yeah, I've got an arm cannon because I need your quarterback to be whispered to. Quarterback whisperer. Do you guys know who the vagina whisperer is? Because this is what happens when you give $400 million to your quarterback, is he goes off the fucking rails. Why? Because he's made more money in 1 year than his dad, who he doesn't even know, makes in 3 lifetimes. Because get it? He's black. Who is the black whisperer? Who's the black person whisperer? That would be Larry Chang. Why? Because I am more black. I'm more black than black people. Because I'm dumber than black people. But I made myself become smarter than black people. This is quarterbacking 2.0. This is quarterbacking 1.3. This is quarterbacking 12.0. Okay, so this year in the Super Bowl, it's white quarterbacks with white head coaches. No one who's black is getting hired. No one who's black is getting hired. Why is that? It's because this video launched on February 5. In the future, when it's all black dudes, you'll be like, wow, Larry Chang must be the quarterback whisperer. Cheers. Cheers to being quarterback whisperer. By the way, I'm doing this video fucking sober because I can be immediately drunk with no alcohol. Larry, how are you going to make $10 million on this video? You see, after you give me a job offer, I'm going to say thank you, but I can't fuck you right now. That's what I do with really hot vagina, is I'm like, oh, even if I'm on a cold streak where I haven't had sex in 36 hours, I'll just be like, sorry. That's what makes my cold streak never a streak of cold. Why? Because let's say I'm on a cold streak. Hello, right now I'm not quarterbacking. I'm quarterbacking a fucking smartphone in a restaurant, okay? That's all I'm quarterbacking right now. But I'm gonna take that and a pen, okay? And a Sharpie. But do you see how quickly I go from no prospects, no hope, to unlimited quarterbacking? So when you say dollars per job, what you're not understanding is business model. Because what this is as a business model is I'm not job seeking, I am algorithm changing the quarterback position. So let me finish the Spotify thing real quick. You know what? Screw the Spotify thing. You're onto something new. I'm onto something new. You see, all you guys do is watch social media. All you guys do is, no, the sound's not good. Oh, I need the sound to be better. You guys watch YouTube. You guys watch YouTube and you guys watch Netflix. I watch YouTube and I watch Netflix, but I watch it slightly differently from you because I'm not looking for a job, and you thinking that I'm unemployed tells me that you haven't had a legitimate job in 3 years. I don't even know what you do for money. I'm going to guess that you mooch off the government. I'm going to guess that you mooch off the government. Booyah. Bingo, spot on. So I'm watching Netflix in a show called Quarterback. Why? Because I'm going to see what the woke and the gay want to tell me about being a quarterback. Because guess what? I'm pretty good at quarterbacking. I'm pretty good at governmenting. Or sorry, I'm pretty good at quarterbacking. Congratulations, you're a moderator. So I'm watching the TV show called Quarterbacking, and I discovered something. One of the quarterbacks doesn't know his team member's name. So let me repeat this because I'm a casual. I've watched this year maybe 1.0 football games. Why? I'm going to go to the Super Bowl. Why do I need to watch the events leading up to the Super Bowl? Right? That makes no sense to me. I don't need the drama. I just need for someone to tell me, hey, Larry, next year the Super Bowl is in Los Angeles. Did you book a hotel? Did you book more than one hotel? Larry, where's the Super Bowl going to be after that? Atlanta. Did you book that Super Bowl? This is why I'm neighbors with an NFL owner. Because I want you to jokingly say, Larry, can you even throw a football? And then now we bet. If I can throw a football further than your quarterback, do I get to be your backup quarterback? Booyah. Because I didn't do cardio this morning. I did my pre-MLB pitching exercises. Why? Because I am amped right now. I think I can throw that block of wood I think I can throw that block of wood 40 yards. What block of wood am I talking about? I don't want to go get it. It's a ginormous block of wood, and I think this restaurant would ask if I want to eat that wood if I brought over this piece of wood, because I'm looking at a stack of wood. I'm looking at a stack of wood. This isn't okay. So this is where you think it's sarcasm. This is emotionally conveyed heterosexual language. So you're tone policing me, your body language policing me, your tone policing me, your vocabulary policing me, your content policing me, where I'm literally talking about quarterbacking, because what is quarterbacking? It used to be just throwing a piece of leather or a pigskin 60 yards, and you're like, I want the dude who throws the furthest. And then you discover the dude who throws the furthest sometimes throws the ball to the other team. Look at all that wood. Look at all that wood. I want to chuck. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Quarterbacking. So what you're doing is you're betting the fact that there's no way that a social media superstar with 1,300 subscribers could throw a football 50 yards. I'd eat my hat I'd eat my hat. So what you're doing, and this is not sarcasm, this is entertainingly divulge what I saw on Netflix, which is a brand name quarterback didn't know his teammates' names. Exactly. Good job. The bar is so low to be a moderator. The bar is so low. It's incredibly low. Sarah Thompson has said hi. Sarah, welcome to the channel. The bar to moderate, it's so low. That's some good breakfast wood. It's some kind of wood. So, Netflix. A brand name quarterback didn't know his own teammate's name. Do you know how much that makes you mad when, okay, so there's a 53-man roster. And this is why quarterbacks don't learn names, because I used to be the popular cunt who wouldn't know anybody's name. This is just what happens when you're popular, is you're so into your own shit that you don't even, yeah. That's a problem in the NFL. Why? Because this is how the math is for a 53-man roster. This is your financial benefit, so lock in. Initially, when you join a team, you're barely on the team, meaning you're not player number 12. Initially, when you join a team, you're player number 52.5 of 53. This is come back better after your racist hello. 10 seconds. Initially, even Tom Brady was barely on the roster. This is why this is important, because the roster is 53 people. When you're the star quarterback, you're the number one employee. They literally call your role a franchise quarterback, meaning your job is worth the entire company. So that's why you get paid $30 million dollars or $19 million dollars or $50 million. Dollars. This is the role of quarterback, where you are the franchise. If you're not the franchise quarterback, they're trying to find another quarterback. This is why if 10 teams don't want you as their franchise quarterback, are you even a franchise quarterback? That's Sam Darnold. This is Larry Chang quarterbacking your brain to do something incredibly beneficial. Here's your benefit. You benefit because we are all barely on a roster. We're all barely on a roster. There are some super hot girls. I'm barely hanging in on their roster. I've got some moves that I haven't shown yet. And this is also where, if you're dating as a Christian, it's tough because my first base needs to be better than some other dudes all the way. So we're all trying to make a roster. What what about what about the person at the top of the roster? Do they even know who we are? The answer is not really. This is a problem because how many times have you heard football? It's a team sport. Football, it's a team effort. Or corporations or YouTube. Look at how I'm trying to assemble a team. Dare I say, assembling an entourage. What is this entourage meant to do? It's meant to quarterback the brain matter between our ears so that way we quarterback our own brain, so that way we come to this channel. Hi, I'm Larry Chang. We come, we grow, we go. We don't just say, Larry, I want 40 more videos. No, it's we come, we grow, we go. So, Netflix, I caught a quarterback not knowing all 53 players. I caught you. I caught you. So, the pin that I'm wearing is Super Bowl 51. Which Super Bowl is this one? It's Super Bowl LX. It gets confusing in a hurry because Roman numeral math is very, very, very difficult. It's engineered to be difficult. Why? So that way you can't figure out how much Rome is printing, meaning the United States of America, that's the new Rome. Every fiat currency collapses. I sniffed out the fact that a quarterback forgot somebody's name. This is the new quarterbacking skill, which is during the combine, scouts and general managers will ask the quarterback questions. This is the question that's going to be asked in the future, which is, can you list out 40 college teammates? Because if you can't list out by name 40 teammates, there's no way that those teammates are going to think that you care about them. Why does caring about a teammate matter as a quarterback? Because you have no idea who's going to contribute what and whether or not they're locked in, because the quarterback doesn't even know your fucking name. That's a problem. That's a ginormous problem. And why is that a ginormous problem? Because it's like where your CEO, your boss, doesn't even know that you exist. Ditto dating, where you're trying to date somebody and they don't even know that you exist. So what you're doing as a quarterback is you're needing to run a character compass. How's my vocabulary now? How's my vocabulary now? You repeat the same word a lot, my guy. Beta males and awfuls, affluent white females, urban liberals. Beta males are awful. Beta males are awful. Why is a beta male awful? How hard I'm working in delivering content that I believe to be incredibly unique to YouTube, which YouTube will cut up and monetize for themselves. Hey Larry, are you getting screwed because you're not getting monetized? This is another series. It's called the Goyam School of Business. What's a Goyam, Larry? That's you. That's you. That's you. You're a Goyam. I'm a Goyam. This is GSB, which is understanding that it's okay that somebody takes advantage of us because we are going to eventually turn the tables. Turning the tables. Adding you as moderator. Adding you as moderator. It'll be interesting to see what you do with that power. Crouching Beaver. Your username is hilarious. Username very funny. It's like Crouching Beaver, Hidden Bean. Oh my god. I can't help it. I can't help it. I'm just hilarious like that. How do you guys not laugh? Crouching Beaver, Hidden Bean. I'm going to keep repeating the jokes until you laugh. Didn't anybody laugh at that? Her name is Crouching Beaver. Oh, we're raising the GDP right now. We're raising the... What about Crouching Beaver, Hidden Bean? Is that not funny? Crouching Beaver. She's trying to hide her beaver. And if her beaver's hidden, her bean is definitely hidden. That's right. That's right. Swamp monster. Is the moisture building in the swamp? I don't like to think of it like a swamp. I like to think of it as a nicely tended garden. A nicely tended garden. Not like a bushy garden. Quarterbacking. Games isn't going to help anybody. Oh, you want to bet? Because step one. Oh, I'm going to give you the steps. Step one. My mentee, a person that I mentored, the first thing he did when he joined a new football team is he got everybody's name and cell phone number. Let me repeat that. So there's this person I mentor, and I don't continually mentor them. I more just put content out and I see who content. I don't need to @reply you, okay? I don't need to text message you. That's weird, okay? Weird. But I put content out and I see what happens to my content. Because you might think that my content's getting stolen. Here's my problem. If you're not stealing my content, that means my content isn't good enough to be stolen. Or sometimes when I do realize that my content is good enough to be stolen and you're not stealing it, that means you've never gotten better on a YouTube video in the history of YouTube, your YouTube, whereas I get better all the time. my mentee, he requests everybody's cell phone number. He requests everybody's name. How boss is that? Cheers to being a psychopath. So he's a quarterback, and he barely made the roster. He was QB number 4. Is there even such a thing as a QB 4? Technically, it's happened maybe 5 times. Why? Because there's QB 1, then there's QB 2, that's the backup, then there's QB 3. QB 3 is pretty much useless. After 3, like how many QBs? No, we're not building a baseball roster. This isn't a bullpen, okay? So 53 people with a QB 4, that's a dead roster spot. So he enters the league as QB 4. So what does he do on his second job interview? He asks for all the phone numbers of the 53 people. The general manager's like, I guess. You gonna booty call some of these people? This is what's required, is you're gonna need to learn everybody, because everybody is gonna play a role on the team, because when the team wins, the quarterback gets all the credit. When the quarterback goes on media, his job is to tell people who gets credit. Have you guys been to a band where the country music singer, aka the Oriental Cowboy, he starts singing, "Your phone's not so smart, it's really just breaking your brain." And then he's like, "Hey, thank you for throwing your panties up on stage. Let me introduce to you my band. On the drums, we have Johnny. How good is Johnny on the drums?" And then Johnny will be like, "Dun, dun, 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 dun." On bass guitar, we have Steven. For some reason, the bass guitarist is always named Steven or Timothy or Tim Chang. He's never named John Teo or Larry Chang, because that's usually the lead singer, or Ed Chen, Bruce Wang, Larry Chang, because those are just VCs. So Timmy is on the bass guitar. You're the lead singer. You have to introduce your band, or else the band just gets forgotten, because the lead singer, that's their job. And you not only introduce them, you have to tell them and sell them, "Hey, this is the best guitarist in North America. We're lucky to have him. Andy." This is what the quarterback's job is, not just during wins, but during check-ins for, "Hey, you got injured. Okay? You got injured at the practice squad because somebody at Levi Stadium decided to put a nuclear power plant right next door to the practice facility, so people's tendons begin snapping. Hey, I heard that you sprained your left nut, Larry. You've had a generational run. I hear that your nuts are broken. I hear that you have an STD. I hear that your dick's broken. You've been on a generational run. Here is a potted plant. Here's a potted plant for you. Here's a plant." And you're cheering for people's recovery, and then people say, "Oh my God, that guy Tom Brady, he actually loves me." And this is why you can tell people you love them on TV. Privately in your suite, no, that's a no-go. In fact, don't even come to my room, okay? In fact, my whole room is a completely no fucking zone. And I'm not going to say that Tom Brady is staying at my hotel while also staying with his parents. Ditto me. I'm not going to tell you I'm staying at my parents' house while also staying in 2 hotels. I'm not going to tell you that, because I'm able to quarterback my own lodging. I need to pee. Oops. Technically, they had 5 that year because Christian McCaffrey was their emergency quarterback. Ditto Cameron Brate as quarterback number 5. Making you a moderator. Don't fuck up. Making you a moderator. Hopefully you won't fumble the ball. Yes, I am an adult film star. I star on YouTube videos called Quarterbacking 12.0. At first you think he doesn't make sense, but he actually does. That's why you're a moderator. If I made you a moderator again, you'd be a double moderator. He's a master wordsmith. Wow, thank you. Wait till the back half of this video starts after a bathroom break. Just a quick timeout for you. Just a quick timeout for you. Hello, rice noodle. I'm going to try to read it. I need an Asian accent, by the way. Hello, rice noodle. You are on grinder again? The only reason I timed you out is because I think you say the same joke over and over. You are moderating. I'm doing these messages reverse chronological. Mac Jones, John Doe, Brock Purdy, number 27, the coach, a mascot. Where am I in that? Hey, I remember this guy. Haven't caught his live in a while. Did you take a break? Are you talking about me? I've got like 600 lives. I did the 99 days of sunrise videos. Throwing vagina. Thank you. Thank you for throwing vagina. I also gave Larry 100K and got 20K back, 5x. I bet your brain was on when you gave me that 100K. $200K Satoshis is about 20 bucks. He's black and he didn't have a dad. He can whisper to her swamp monster about all his pain and all the money he needs to spend on her to get paid to get another $240 for his gift. Nice hat, cowboy. Gian McNeil, welcome. How are you? Love from New Zealand. What are you talking about? Investments in Super Bowl cities? No, we're just talking about getting a free vacation. But I'm gonna pin your comment, and after I go pee, which I've been needing to pee, okay, like a racehorse. Thank you. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. So, the benefit, and good job locking in, the benefit here is where you're getting a free vacation because you're planning ahead for Los Angeles. Why is it a free vacation? Because other people are not going to commit to going to the Super Bowl. They're going to commit to going to the Super Bowl after you commit to going. Now, when you financially commit to going, you're not even financially committed to going because you can just make a room reservation for $0 and you lock in the low price. That's that easy. Where you're planning on getting a free vacation, where you book 2 rooms and you unload one of the rooms. And so when you unload one of the rooms, the one room pays for the other room. I know, it's so easy. This is why we're quarterbacking. So, as a person who's quarterbacking our lives, it's, can you get improved at remembering people's names and remembering who told you what? So most people, this is how black people do it, where they have no idea what came from in their brain or someone else's brain. It's either there's two types of thoughts you thought or thoughts someone else said. That's not quarterbacking. Quarterbacking is determining who told you what and who to listen to more. In an age of information, the person who's able to make the right reads, the right pattern recognition, that's the benefit. So in in entrepreneurship parlance, it's called PRPRPI: pattern recognition, pattern replication, and pattern iteration. That's the hashtag. So I'm watching Netflix and I determined there's a problem, which is that people don't, the quarterback, the name brand quarterback, doesn't know who is on their team. This is the opposite of what you want to do as the CEO on the field, which is being able to determine what are the person's goals. Because if you're not conjuring up, one, how do they want to improve? Two, what what are they contributing to the team? Three, what is their skill set that they can contribute? Four, what do they have a hesitancy on where they want to be more than they currently are? And let me give you an example. A wide receiver. They want to be the starting wide receiver, but they're currently 8 deep on the depth chart. But what the team needs is somebody on special teams that's super excited about running really fast and countering their defensive back or countering to block better. That's what the team needs. Are are they going to enthusiastically do a job that they don't necessarily do? This is why the quarterback understanding the roster helps, because then each of the 53 positions are maximized. And there's what? Another 25 people on the practice squad. So now there's what? 78 people. Most quarterbacks are see the bottom 30 positions as a turnstile, as rotational, as replacement. Everybody's always constantly getting replaced. That's a problem. Why? It's a problem because when you see people as replaceable, they're going to act incredibly selfishly. Look at what happens in this economy where people are incredibly non loyal. Look at how women date. Women will date their person and they'll date two more people. Why? Not that loyalty went out the window, but because you're trying to do as best as you can with what little resources you have. And this is the point in the economy where resources are incredibly strapped. Resources are incredibly limited. And then there's a DEI component to it too. Diversity, equity, and inclusion component to it, where now it's even more in flux. And when that dynamic takes control, temporary control of the marketplace, the market and the equilibrium is eventually going to shift back. Look at how when people say, "Oh, this is a topic on quarterbacking," I didn't know that there's even a DEI component, because what's true at this year's Super Bowl is it's two white quarterbacks and 2 white head coaches. Why? Because because people didn't get the quarterbacking 12.0 memo yet. What's the quarterbacking 12.0 memo? That is this video where, oh my God, I didn't know that as a quarterback, I also need to do boom, 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 boom. What are some of the bullet points? Here we go. Here we go. I've reset the room. I'm Larry Chang. My channel's on what they don't teach you in school. And this is going to be beneficial. Why? Because you can use AI to get a free vacation. You can use AI to financially benefit. Why? You can financially benefit from this because no one is talking about this yet, which is, Larry, why are we talking about acing a proficiency test for quarterbacking? You see, the proficiency test for quarterbacking, it's also the proficiency test for YouTube information gathering. Okay, quarterbacking. I'm going to just speak plainly because we have an incredibly limited amount of time. So I'm going to speak plainly and maybe not completely politically correctly, and that's going to be okay. I'm going to forgive myself for that. So in a world where we only get to see what the algorithm shows us, we're going to need to affect what we see by touching it in a value-added way. That did not come out wrong. It came out great. Because you came across this channel because you in the past were positive, or you in the past were cumulative. That's what we're doing here, is we're accumulating something that's slightly more positive. Exactly. Holy sheet is correct. 2 more positive comments and you get to be moderator. Moderating your own brain. So what the algorithm can affect is how you view the world and how you parse information. This is what makes differences in quarterbacks, where an alien coming to this planet, they'd be like, oh, that quarterback, they're 6'2" to 6'5". Oh, this quarterback, they can throw a baseball. They can throw a baseball 300 feet. They can throw a football 60 yards because a football's heavier than a baseball. So all the components are the same. All the components are the same. So when all the how do you determine which quarterback to pay $50 million for? That would be the quarterback that you intangibly measure. So the intangibles are, can you memorize every teammate's phone number and full name and career trajectory? Why? That's literally the definition of a quarterback, which is, what are you doing? What are you doing to improve your team's financial health by winning? Okay, so the reason you have to memorize phone numbers is this. When the team wins, people say this colloquialism, which I will explain, which is, everybody that was on the team today, we all played on the same page. Where we're all on the same page means we're all in the same 600 pages. Now, why is it important for for memorization. It's important for memorization because some people are not going to enjoy the tasks that they were assigned. So when you get assigned a task that you don't love, people are going to need to convince you, hey, look, if you do these next 7 tasks that you don't love doing, this is your reward. And then that's the whole idea of promoting from within. Duck D's, what's up? Carlos, how are you? So what you're requiring is now understanding why there's a cowboy hat, which is I wear this cowboy hat as the Scout Whisperer, where I'm going to be judging people that are similar to quarterbacks that are quarterbacking other sports. When you're a Scout Whisperer, what you're doing is you're comparing notes and you're comparing evaluation and you're comparing pattern recognition. This is my pattern recognition because I don't get paid to be a football scout. In fact, I don't want to even be a football scout. Football's complex. And plus, I don't like people tackling me. What I really like about this is it's an entree bridge segue into what's going to happen in the future, which is the quarterbacking role. It just changed. How did I figure out that the role changed? Because if you look at the thumbnail, that's pretty drastic. That is this. We're now going to need to Mushi as a quarterback. Yes, all 53 people on the roster, all the phone numbers memorized. Who's going to do the memorization? Which is hashtag DuckDees. What's the hashtag? Yes, the quarterback is going to have to memorize everybody's phone number. Why? Because you're going to need to be a psychopath with, hey, I thought about what your job is tomorrow, or tomorrow when we play next, which is Sunday. Today is Thursday, February 6th. I went ahead and memorized your phone number. Hey, I don't have my phone on me, but I need to send a FaceTime video from some random video coordinator to this player. That's why I memorized this phone number. Or you're taking a picture of the play. You're taking a picture of the playbook play. Congratulations. 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 You're a moderator. Mitchell Wardle. Enjoy being a moderator. Enjoy being a moderator. Interesting how when the info gets real, the people swipe away. Yeah, you're so focused always on other people. Why do other people matter? Oh my God. You make the same mistakes over and over and over. You make the same mistakes over and over and over. You can't help it. Pretty soon you're going to start deleting messages because you can't help it. You make the same mistakes. Next, you're going to complain about, oh, why does Mitchell Wardell get to be a moderator? I want to be a moderator. Instead, you should be saying, why do you ace that hashtag that's atrocious? That's an atrocious hashtag. You memorize something atrocious. This is, you know what? Atrocious. Atrocious. I'm going to say 7 things that are atrocious, which is I'm a Scout Whisperer. I'm telling football scouts this is the new NFL algorithm. Why do I have the confidence to do that? Because I affected the NBA algorithm. I can't even beat a high school basketball player right now. I mean, a good high school basketball player. I can beat like everybody at basketball. But if you're really good at high school basketball, I can't beat you anymore. Thank you. Thank you for coming in from Pakistan. Thank you. Welcome. Welcome. At least you slightly change your spam tweets. I need that Pakistani energy. Yeah, bring it. Bring it. Do you have any examples? Or is it just because your uncle with you? You thought I was going to say your uncle slept with your aunt, because that means that first cousins got married, which is also true. No, just tell me that your biological father and your mother aren't biologically related. Or yeah, it's a you're low IQ. You're low IQ because first cousins. Tell me your parents aren't first cousins. So before the bribing and the bribing people that are sports players, blah blah blah. Here's the thing that happens before that is they're already a millionaire and they can't control their penis. So when your penis is out of control, you sound like a guy who's saying, "Tell me that you see in my background." T-Tray Pay. T-Tray Pay. Just answer one question. Answer one question, which is, what do you see in the background? Because you might be a robot going from YouTube Live to YouTube Live. At least you change the messages. So, we're talking about things that are atrocious. This is atrocious, which is forcing people to memorize something. Hashtag mushy mushy mushy. Oh, if you think this is a scam, if you can't make $2,000 with that hashtag, you're an idiot. And I know that $2,000 in India and Pakistan is more money than the last 5 generations of your people. Because I also looked at some videos. You guys don't just shit where you eat, which is a giant no no. And in quarterbacking, it's called don't fuck girls in your own hotel room. Why? Because then she can say that you fucked her in your hotel room. That's not good. What you want to do is you want to get her to buy a hotel room and then fuck her in the hotel room that she buys. Why? Now you've got a contract that says, I, fill in name of girl, paid Larry Chang, that's me, $275,000 to make a baby. Once she pays me for sperm, I can no longer be held in civil or criminal because one, she signed a contract saying, I want to buy, I want to buy, I want to buy your sperm to make a 6'5" baby. Two, you can't get pregnant and say, hey, I'm a millionaire, paternity, because these are quarterbacking our own penis. Make sure that women that have sex with us one time, even in an oral, she doesn't spit it out into her hand and then put it right into her swamp monster. What's a swamp monster? That's your vagina wet. What is spit it out? That's where she goes to third base, kisses little Larry, and then the trouser snake squirts in her mouth, and then she spits it out in her hand, and then throws it right up her swamp monster. She's like, "Oh, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I'll be right back." And then she makes a baby, and then says, "Hey, pay me paternity." Not my first rodeo. 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 No, there you go. Hey, it looks like T Tray Pay is doing a little T Tray Poi. Yeah, I don't even know what T Tray Poi is. It looks like you've done a turnaround. Hey, Karate Chop, I'm gonna give you some financial advice. Oh, totally. Do you like that? I know you love it. This is why you get, what are we talking about? We're talking about quarterbacking. And we're talking about not getting sued in case the girl has has anger issues because we're currently dating 7 other women. Oh, have you ever heard of women retracting consent? These are atrocious. This is what they do teach you at NFL rookie camp. Larry, how do you know about NFL rookie camp? Because I'm the guy who talked about credit scores at NFL rookie camp. Because we want to lend people our money, we don't want to lend people our social security number. We want we don't want to co-sign their credit. Why? Because when we co-sign their credit, they can ruin much more than just the money that we lent them. This is NFL rookie camp. Hey, Larry, what about the single father issue that black people are drowning under? This is this is semi-professional family law advice, which is you don't have sex with her in the team hotel on the team premises. In fact, don't even have sex with women until after you win the Super Bowl. In fact, you should probably find yourself a sports agent. What's a sports agent? See, a sports agent, that's ING, that's Mark McCormack. If you're a quarterback, you should get a sports agent. A sports agent is a guy like Larry Chang or or Tom Brady's agent. I forget his name. I have his number saved. It's a Chinese guy. I get all my Chinese people mixed up. Don Ye. Don Ye. Don like Donald Ye. Don Ye. I like that you're hate watching this. Oh, sports agent is an external API. Good job. Technically, sports Asian is hashtag external API. We're bullet pointing things that are atrocious. We're bullet pointing we're bullet pointing things that are atrocious. Why? Because we realize people are going to hate watch this because because oh my god, you're black. Is that what it is? You're black. Carlos, Carlos, confirmed. Confirmed. I knew you were black. I knew you were black. What's up? What what did we get accomplished during our break? What do we get accomplished during our break? Did you investigate or expand on a prior, or did you just get distracted with something else? What did we do? What did we do? How's my sound quality? Do you guys like my topic, quarterbacking? Do you see how like it's both inside football, but it's also very much inside where we could get better via, I don't know, via everything. Every time I ask what you do, you never get caught doing something good. And that's okay because there's a reason that you don't get better. My God, this is quarterbacking. Where this is quarterbacking. Where do you see how like you're not even on the team and I'm trying to get you to be better. This is this is this is quarterbacking. Oh my God. Do you see what's going on here? Is that you're being quarterbacked into being barely on the team. And that's where that's where a quarterback will talk to a random kid who's like, "Oh, I'm a big fan." And then you're like, "Okay, what are you going to do in the future?" "Oh, I'm going to do something amazing." "Okay, well, it'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see." Whereas every time I check in on what you're doing, none of it's good. None of it's good. None of it's good because something is wrong. Something's wrong. Something's wrong. Thursday, February 5, volume CCL XXX V11, which is 2087, number 29. Oh, there you go. So, first of all, you need to it's 7030458. Were you testing me? Were you testing me? It's 7030458. So, you take a picture of the picture. So you take a screenshot of the picture. So you first list it on eBay, not like your LinkedIn name, which is fuck off at linkedin.com. Let me mushy your username on LinkedIn. Oh, it would be duckdees at LinkedIn. Larry, I need your predictions on the Winter Olympics for the USA men's hockey team. So what we don't want to do is we don't want to compete against sports books. We want to bet on things that's actually in a future video. It's called How to Win at Sports Betting, which is I'm going to bet that you forgot where the Super Bowl is after Los Angeles. Right now for the Super Bowl. What city am I in now, Mr. Men's Hockey Team? Yeah, no, that's incorrect. This is why this is why we're all in competition with fucking retards. We're literally in competition with retards. And we have to realize that we're the retards that we're in competition with because I used to be retarded. So I'm asking you a question again, which is what city am I in right now for the Super Bowl? Today. Where am I at today? And you still haven't gotten the Braun power chord right. This is normally the point where you delete a message. 703-0458 is first you. There you go. Next year, Los Angeles, 2028, Atlanta. And do you see how high the Battle of Soap still can't? You're getting timed out. You're getting timed out because you're a retard. You're getting timed out. So step one is you look up 703-0458 on WordPress. You look it up and you post the link in the chat because I actually have a WordPress that is a WordPress. Word like language, press like a printing press, WordPress. So you look up on Google, which is going to hide shit from you, which is Larry Chang WordPress, Braun Power Chord 703-0458. And then you tell me the link that you investigate that to be. That's step one. So I'm waiting. I'm quarterbacking your brain to not be completely a fucking loser. This is why most quarterbacks wash out because they're like, oh, this shit got too complicated. I just want to play football. I just want to play money. Waiting on you, waiting on you, waiting on you, Mr. 6 months late on rent. Waiting on you. Do you even have a Venmo or a PayPal account? My God, you work so slowly. Quarterbacking your bank account. Quarterbacking your bank account. Bottle of soap. What city am I in right now? You asked about the men's hockey team. We're talking about quarterbacking. Oh, good job. Where is the Super Bowl next year? Because I already said it. You can financially benefit from this information. Where's the Super Bowl next year? This is information that you can control and then win. Ron Lowther has said good morning. He's going to stay for 4 minutes and then he's going to leave. Los Angeles, Atlanta is 2028. So that's the first bet that you win is Los Angeles. So where is that WordPress? Where is that HTML link? You work so slowly, dude. This is stuff that we talked about literally 90 days ago, 90 lives ago, or 7 lives ago. How's your life going right now? Pretty mediocre. You spend so much time on YouTube. I don't think you're going to make it. I don't, Duck D's, I don't think you're going to make it. I don't think Duck D's is going to make it. So on eBay, you're going to want to create a username that's based on your real first and last name. So when it's your real first and last name, you're going to be selling something that you don't own yet, which is Braun Power Cord 7030458. So just tell me just paste copy some of the text. Just paste copy some of the text. Do you see the picture of the pink tie? Your incessant begging has caused me to capitulate. So tomorrow I'm going to be posting 3 pictures. And you're going to take those 3 pictures and you're going to load it up. So tomorrow I'm going to be taking those 3 pictures and they're going to be pictures that you use on eBay. Oh, you don't have to be scared. In fact, don't even look at it. Doesn't matter. Exactly. No, you're not trying to make $7. You're trying to make $50. So you're selling it for 90. You're selling it for $106. OBO. $106. OBO. Tell me what you're selling it for, because your ability to regurgitate is very low. So you're selling it for $160, comma OBO, or best offer. So I'm going to be posting tomorrow 3 pictures, and you're going to take those pictures. You know what? I'll do a huge favor. I'm going to post 7 pictures, and you're going to take those 7 pictures, and you're going to put it on eBay. And what's your username on eBay? So this is quarterbacking, which is, have you ever made a positive play? This is quarterbacking, which is, have you ever benefited financially from one video? No, people are going to lowball you. Don't add that last stuff, you cunt. You dumb cunt. No, you are going to lowball it. People are going to lowball you. What the fuck is wrong with you, dude? What the fuck is wrong with you? You're fucking retarded. You should be 6 months behind in rent because you're retarded. No lowballers. It's $106. You're fucking retarded, dude. You're retarded and sloppy. This is why some people think that I'm racist. I'm not racist against all black people. Hey, bottle of soap, you're black too, so let's all be black together. It's $106 OBO. Don't say no lowballers, because you want to be lowballed for $67 because you can't. it's they're both pretty bad. I knew it. I knew it. I knew you're Indian. Bottle of soap. I knew you're Indian. I knew you're Indian. What we're talking about is we're talking about a safe space for being Caucasian. because that's what quarterbacking is. We're talking about Caucasian people helping you no longer be retarded. This is what we're trying to do, but this is why we white people, this is why we're the best. Is because we don't even need to tell you we're the best. This is why we're the best. This is why we are the best. Larry, aren't you Chinese? Oh, bro. Oh, bro. When I'm talking about how to quarterback, where I've never quarterbacked, even in high school, and I'm going to get a job as a quarterback in a DEI environment, defensively excellent infielder. Caucasian. The green tea tastes delicious. Not gonna lie. The green tea, it tastes delicious. Dollar amount and OBO. What are you multitasking, bro? Removing you as moderator. Removing you as moderator. It's the side chat. It's the side chat. You don't know how to sign up for eBay? It's the side chat, side chitter, side chatter. Oh, hey, Larry. After I listened to 30 Genius Larry Chang videos, I went ahead and watered it down with 30 retarded people talking. Be honest. In fact, that should be your user handle, which is I met Larry Chang. I actually understand what Larry Chang's saying, but I'm going to water down his content because I'm going to see if 15 other people can agree with him. I want to see if 15 other people can agree with him. I want to see if 15 other people can agree with him, and then and only then am I going to blah blah blah. You know what? Here. There you go. I'm gonna wait for the market to catch up because if 50 other people start saying what Larry Chang says, then I'm gonna start doing it. Oh, with his quarterback arbitrage, I'm gonna wait for 32 other teams to agree with Larry Chang. Guess what? If you waited till every other team, get it? There's 33 teams. If you wait for 32 other teams to adopt my innovation, it's no longer an innovation. It's no longer a competitive advantage. No competitive advantage. I like this new setup. I like this new setup. $106 OBO, good. So after you sell one, because people are gonna say you're a scam artist. Once they say that you're a scam artist, you win. Do you have a phone yet? Oh my God, I forget you don't have a phone. Bro, you got no hope. You got no hope, bro. Who doesn't have a phone? Maybe get a Google Voice number. Get a Google. No, don't get a Google Voice number. You're screwed, dude. You don't even. Everybody. He doesn't even have a phone. Are you always just sitting in a restaurant? What? This is my office. They just serve food in my office. Why would I need to read the email that you sent me? Because it's just going to cause me to get demoralized that you're so retarded. Like, why would I even read or respond to that email? Like, why? Is there a reason? And how many emails have you sent me? One. I'm laughing at you. Because a quarterback would be sending 1,000 messages because There you go. You sent one. So you think that you're treating me like a hot girl. I'm going to just respond to your one. Are you joking? You sent one email. What, do you think I'm going to respond to your one? That's not how the world works. You are retarded. You don't quarterback. This is why I get to be a quarterback. You're retarded, dude. So, quarterbacking, where I'm evaluating quarterbacking. I'm going to need to probably do 3 more of these videos. Why? Because people are going to say, oh my God, no way. And then after 2 more videos, they're going to be like, oh my God, I believe this guy. This is why I wore a tie to this live stream, because I wore a tie in order to show you that I took the time to add humor to this. This is humorous right here. This is humorous right here. It's humorous on 10 levels of humor. If I spam you with emails like a hot girl, I will just ignore them. What? No. What? You have a hard time texting or emailing. You have a hard time talking. Half the messages you delete, even here. Okay, so what is going on here is we're quarterbacking money into some random dude's pocket who's retarded. He's proven that he's retarded by literally showing everybody that he's retarded. Is his retardation his or her retardation demoralizing? No, not demoralizing. Not demoralizing at all. If I am retarded, will you treat me like a retard? Yes. Yes. Larry, why do you use the R word so strongly? Because you're acting retarded. Like, you should be able to read that WordPress. You should be able to do this. You should be able to read a book and get better. Page 62, 64, 67. Turbo hike. If one doesn't see the humor here, fuck yourself in the fucking face. You should do a lip sync video. You should do a lip sync video on that. If one doesn't see the humor here, fuck yourself in the fucking face. Let me do it again in case you need to get another one. Make the money. So, Ron Lauther, I said to him, FAGR, fuck around, get rich. And Ron lied to me 70 YouTube lives ago. He said, Larry, I already am rich. I'm like, okay. And then I thought about it for 3 YouTube live videos. I'm like, oh, I have something for Ron. It's called fuck around and get free food. Because what do rich people love the most? Free shit. That's what's amazing. Oh, previewing something for you guys, which is top 20 mistakes women make with men's money. Let me repeat that. In an upcoming live stream that is going to be upon you much sooner than you thought, which is top 20 mistakes women make with men's money. It's going to be jaw-droppingly amazing. Why? Because I'm tired of listening to women bellyache about meow, 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 meow. Ducties, you gotta stop with the side chatter. You gotta stop with the side chatter because you're having a hard time making $30. Like, this is costing me literally $3 million to give you $30 in profit. This is your problem, is that you've never financially benefited from going to college. One, that's one. Two, you've never financially benefited from reading one book. Three, saying that you've got 10 years of food stockpiled, that's great, but somebody's gonna have to eat that food because this clusterfuck, it's not gonna be the preppers that you think that you're prepping for. We're having to prep for something that only I figured out what we're needing to prep for because the EMP device, a nuclear implosion, none of those things are going to be able to keep FM radio waves from transmitting my Bitcoin bounced off the ionosphere. Therefore, when you try to turn off the power, the zero energy device that is literally this big is going to generate more power than all of North America. Let me repeat that as a top 50 physicist, Larry Chang, which is you need to benefit from one video, which is, will you benefit with one video? This is the benefit, which is you sell Braun Power Cord 7030458 for $106 OBO, and then you go buy a Braun Power Cord in that order. But Larry, where am I going to get pictures from? That's a question for you. Where are you going to get the pictures from? Because the pictures are going to be real. The pictures are going to be real. Where are you going to get the pictures from? This is why black quarterbacks are going to be, again, an endangered species until the ubiquity of Chinese quarterback 12.0. There you go. No, the pictures are going to come from tomorrow's Twitter account. You can't use those pictures from WordPress. Those pictures are old. The fresh pictures are going to come from X. Do you see how, like, that's how sloppy you are with everything? This is why people who are black and retarded would call Bill Belichick racist, is because you're really shitty with the details. Because the details I gave you, because one, I can tell you don't take notes. Two, this is the 5th time I'm telling you that they're gonna be on my X account, on my Twitter account. Like, you don't have any shot at doing this, because every time you talk, you make a mistake. This is why black athletes get no love to be head coach, because if you're this sloppy as a player, how are you going to be when you're managing other players? And these insights I got half watching Netflix, because her account was like the most woke pile of, oh my God, what the fuck are you actually watching? Where I'm like, yeah, you know what, I'm just gonna watch NFL, I'm just gonna watch quarterback. And by half watching it, I'm like, did that guy not know his own teammate's name? And then I was like, like a robot machine called AI, American intelligence, quarterback. Because guess what? The scouts are gonna have to determine how chinky is my first round quarterback. And Fernando Mendoza is honorary Chinese. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. I miss 100% of the shots I don't take. I miss 100% I do take. I'm 1,000 over here. The fuck are you talking about, dude? Where are the pictures going to be fucking tomorrow? One more, okay, this is real. One more retarded thing from you, and it's a it's a it's a it's a one more wrong thing from you, and you've got to say 11 things. One more wrong thing from you, and I will never see you again on this channel. No, I will say it. You need to say 11 things that you're going to do. And if you remember that one time where you just couldn't help yourself and you got banned for 2 weeks and then you cried. Yeah, this is the thing. Once you stand next to Larry Chang and you get all this free, basically you should be able to make tens of thousands of dollars. But I don't see it right now because you like being at zero. Be honest. Did your mother's brother touch you? Your mother's retarded brother, did he touch you? Did he touch you? Did he touch you and then cause you to get stuck at being 6 years old? Because that's a thing. Oh my God, I am the quarterback whisperer. So this is what happens is when you don't make any money as a quarterback. You actually are okay. Here's the problem, is that if you're drafted first, second, or third round, you make $200 million. Now your head's all fucked up because spending that money is actually 2 full-time jobs. Cheers to having 2 full-time jobs. Once you have 2 full-time jobs spending your money, you are fucked. That's the NBA, NFL, MLB algorithm that I re-engineered. Why? There's this guy, his name is Hunter Pence, and it's called Add a Zero, Lose a Zero, Are You Still Going to Be the Same Guy? Because if I give you $300 million as an NFL owner and you're not the same guy, guess what? You're not getting $300 million. Let me repeat that. Gain a zero, lose a zero. Are you going to turn into a fucking retard? Remember, half the quarterbacks, they're already black, which has a penchant for being retarded because look at Africa. 35,000 years of human development invented 0 things, okay? Like, that's the Great Awakening. Without being woke or awoken, this is why woke content is the best. Because why am I not getting recruited into HBCU, historically black colleges and universities? Why am I not getting recruited? Why are my videos not getting played at HBCU? Vermont, getting ready to throw some vagina. Let's see what you got, Vermont. Let's see those boob selfies. Let's see those boob selfies. About to. I know when a bathroom selfie's coming. I know when a bathroom selfie's coming. Can you get financially better? Can you get better at quarterback after a meeting with a person who's an assistant coach that you don't even know the name of? I don't want you. I don't want you to send one. I'm trying to say send one so that way you don't send one. Somebody doesn't understand. Somebody doesn't understand what Silicon Valley understands, which is, which is, which is your microwaves. No wonder you have brain rot content, because the microwaves that are baking your brain are baking your brain right now. Only the retards, only the retards are using wireless. Only the retards. Currently there's a device. It is 2 feet from my ear hole. Why is the device 2 feet from my ear hole? Because you wireless San Francisco. San Francisco, San Francisco. Somebody put a power coupling station right next to the practice facility. Look at the number of injuries that are taking place at the 49ers team. Look at how many injuries. Do you think that's a coincidence? It would actually be better if next to the electricity transmission station, you put a nuclear power plant in the parking lot, because that much shit would actually cancel each other out. San Francisco, the Santa Clara Stadium, it has a power coupling and it's not exactly healthy. So you're giving me advice on going wireless. You're giving me advice, Ron, go ahead and do what you always do, which is you participate on 2 or 3 live streams, trying to get 1 or 2 new subscribers by participating on this live stream. Ron, FAGFF, FAGFF, which is fuck around and get free food. Because I've watched your cooking videos. That food doesn't look very good. That you're cooking. So maybe order DoorDash and then reverse engineer. This is content for you. Because the way you're making food, it looks like a sloppy person making food that I don't want to eat. Instead, and this is your channel, not mine, which is FAGFF. You're welcome. This is the top 20 mistakes women make, beta males included, which is FAGFF. So when you're eating food from DoorDash, you reverse engineer how to make it, and then you make it better. Yup. Remember, you want to say 12 things. You want to say 12 things that get you from $0 to $200,000. You're not here to chime in your expert opinion on wireless headphones. So everything that you say, everything that you do, it's meant to get you no longer 6 months behind on your fucking rent, you fucking retard. Who's getting coached up? Oh, but Larry, your tone is so strong. What are you, my father? Oh my God, I forget you're black. The whole daddy thing, like, just because I'm dropping an F-bomb, this is stuff that you would enjoy if your dad stuck around, which is why dudes with dads end up making all the money in the world and inventing shit. Oh my God, did I just figure out every black person problem? Larry, when you talk like this, it sounds like you don't have any black friends. Why is it every black friend that I have asks me if I'm their first and best black friend? Like every time. I'm like, what? I'm not friends with Mike? Oh well, aside from Mike, Jordan. Do you have any black friends? Like, aside from him, you want me to have 7 Michael Jordan friends. There's 1 Michael Jordan. Like, what are you talking about? You know what I mean. No, I don't know what you mean. Because every black dude who's friends with me says, am I your best black friend and only black friend? No, no, no. This is why I'm friends with black people, is because I care enough about you to not lie to you. And because I'm funny. And because I'm funny. I'm funny, I care about you, and everybody's been lying to you. Me, I will never lie to you. Because I don't need to tell jokes that are lies. I can just be funny with the truth. Which I have to be, because if I were never funny, it would be a problem. Duck D's, what is your status with eBay? You work, you know how you work? You work like a person who is 6 months behind on their rent. The reason you're 6 months behind is because you suck. So was it your mother's brother that put it in your butt? Or did unspeakable things? Like, who made you retarded? Who made you retarded? Somebody's on your mother's side. This is the 11th time I've asked. Says the most retarded person who will actually end up being rich. Larry, I don't have an eBay account. I have to make one. Meh. Okay, so this is why it's always the mother's family. You see, women, they really like to try to upgrade, because women see sucking dick as a job application. This is why women, after they get a ring, they stop doing the things that got them their job. So this is how women do it, is they're like, oh, look at that Chinese guy over there. He looks all rich. I'm gonna just, oh, hi, I'm all about fucking. I love fucking. Oh, just fuck me until you're tired of me. Oh, that's me. And then you get a relationship or a commitment because you learn how to apply a little bit of heat to food. And then women are like, oh, I'm gonna change the deal. And then women, that's why you moderate. And then you get a ring on it, and then you're like, oh, haha, tricked you. I don't like to do any of that. And then the guy's like, what? I feel tricked. So then the guy decides to go outside, and then he loses half his stack. This is what we're doing, is we're marrying a millionaire, because I'm gonna marry a millionaire, but currently she's got $60,000 in debt. Why does she have $60,000 in debt? It's because she's 3 years away from her 4-year degree, and she's been in college for 3 years. Let me repeat that because I went kind of fast. Vagina chiming in. Hello, Daddy. How are you today? I'm pretty good. How are you doing? Lazy lab rat. Are you a bio or chemistry major? I like physics. You know what the physics lab is? This is physics lab, which is can we spin a football as a quarterback? And as we're spinning a football, we're also spinning money, because when we're making money from selling something first and then buying it, what we're realizing is we're fucking around and getting free food. FAGFF. We are doing top 20 mistakes women make with men's money next. But that's just a teaser. The reason I'm teasing that is because it bridges to why are we going to commit to this quarterback for $200 million? You commit to the quarterback because, one, he makes everybody around us better. Let me repeat that. You're picking Larry Cheng as quarterback because he makes everyone around him better. How do you make everybody around you better? By memorizing people's names and cell phone numbers and saying, yo, I remember where you're at. You're stuck at step number 0. This is how to go from 0 to 1 things sold. Why am I in Silicon Valley running shit in Silicon Valley? Why? I'm doing it because can you benefit from a library card, a library book? Because it turns out most people can't. Lazy Lab Rat, are you digging this content so far? Because what we're doing is we're understanding why I get to be a quarterback and why I'm going to get 6 job offers. The algorithm. So the algorithm is where everybody is an armchair quarterback. So we're armchair quarterback whispering. Armchair quarterback is a derogatory phrase for you don't quarterback, you are an armchair quarterback. Is there a way to make money as a quarterback who's doing it from a keyboard? The answer is yes. How did we figure out how to keyboard warrior an armchair quarterback? Because of February 5, 2026. What's a keyboard warrior? A keyboard warrior is a person who talks a ton of shit and can never benefit from one YouTube video. This is you benefiting from one YouTube video where if you can't win 2 Super Bowls with this content, you haven't been taking any notes. And this is where you can use AI. And when I say AI, I mean AI, AGI, which is American intelligence, American guy intelligence. What is the old way, which is artificial intelligence, Asian guy intelligence, artificial general intelligence? Boring, 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 boring. Nothing has to do with quarterbacking. Whereas the quarterback of the future, he needs to be super Chinesey. Do you want to see something incredibly Chinesey that's quarterbacking? This. This is the quarterback for the future. 1, he's kind of angry. He's pretending to yawn, but he's actually super into this. 2, he's blonde on the outside, Chinese on the inside. He has a brother, a full-on brother, not via a DNA test, but because they popped out of the same vagina during a litter. And that's called Baxter. He has a brother that's all black. He is literally a black dog. He's got black pigment. His full brother is all black. He is all white. He's got 2 siblings. They look like Oreos. This is the new quarterback. This is Tom Brady. You have to be Chinese on the inside. So basically, this is the question that scouts will ask. Who is Larry Chang? I'm the scout whisperer. Do I really want a quarterback? Fuck no, okay? I don't want to have some 6'9" dude hug me, okay, and then lay on top of me. What am I? What am I, black? Okay? You black people, you love going to prison and you love those Diddy parties and you love those rapper things where you just try to dominate each other's anus because that's like your father, your daddy replacement. There you go. There you go. And so what we're doing here is we're doing Chinese quarterback 12.0. This is this is why the video is called quarterback 12.0 because I don't care if you're white or black. It's how Chinese of a quarterback are you? How well do you hashtag mushy mushy mushy? The fuck is mushy mushy mushy? Hey Brady, lock in here. Hey Brady, Brady, lock in here. You got an audience. Hey Brady, lock in. Brady, you want to jack in? Brady's jacked in. Quarterbacking 12.0. Quarterbacking, ooh, it's kind of warm for you. Quarterbacking 12.0, Chinese quarterback. So what Brady's gonna need to do? Hey, no. Hey, do you want a chef treat? Do you want a chef treat? Hey, no. Do you want a chef treat? Do you want a chef treat? Yeah, chef's over there. Do you see chef? Do you see chef over there? Do you see chef over there? Yeah. No, Brady. Brady, we're gonna have to be here for a little bit. So, quarterbacking. So quarterbacking. This seems like a big joke, but that's because I took the time to make it funny. Because I've been talking for 3 hours. No, don't duck out. Stay. Stay. Because we're about to hit windsurf. A double windsurf. Okay, this is why I added humor to it. Because I've been at this 3 hours. This is AI AGI, which is, stop Brady. Brady, hey, Brady, 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 put your paws up here. Don't growl at me. We gotta pay some bills here. Hey, do you think the hotel room was free? I mean, technically it was free, but like, let's pretend we had to pay for it. Brady, Brady, focus. Focus. Brady. Okay. No. No. Brady, 5 more minutes of this. 5 more minutes of this. 5 more minutes of this. Focus. So the reason that humor got added to this is, to me, this is the most basic thing ever, which is this. A quarterback is going to need to DJ every entity. That means all 53 players and 25 players that are on the practice squad. So your problem as a general manager is you're just worried about money and development, and the quarterback really isn't doing GM duties, where this is the quarterback value proposition, which is NBA players. NBA players do tampering, which is, hey, you should come play tight end. Hey, you should come join my NBA LeBron James shit show. So that's what you're doing as a quarterback, where you're saying, look, I know you could play wide receiver for some other team, but why don't you just be a grunt on my team? We can win a Super Bowl, and then next year you can just write a check for whatever you want to go do. So what you're doing is you're character compassing a person. Now, Lay Beebe don't believe that a quarterback should be burdened with general manager duties. This is what you don't understand, which I do understand, which is a head quarterback who starts carrying his own clipboard. That's a relatively new thing. And here's another problem, is the quarterback that you employ, do they even know their playbook? If they're black, I don't know. Here's another question. White, black, Chinese. The best quarterback is Chinese, which is, can your quarterback recite every player's basic stats plus cell phone number? The worst precipitous drop came from a University of Wisconsin quarterback. He literally went from best to worst. I'm not going to say any names, but I think they are without a Super Bowl championship. Where how do you go from best to worst? And that is this: isolating yourself, where you don't even tell your best players what your phone number is. So mind your mentals, mind your chicken. Marshawn Lynch does not even have his quarterback's phone number, where if you wanted to talk to him, you had to go through an agent. Imagine a play clock. You see, what's difficult about quarterbacking is that you have to convey unlimited information and knowledge in a play clock that is under 1 minute. What we're doing is not saying something stupid and racist, because Korean people, their IQ was at 85, adjacent to Africa. True story, South Korea IQ was 85. This IQ is around 488. Stop mixing up Asian with Chinese. Stop mixing up Korean with Chinese. This is Chinese quarterbacking 12.0, which is when Marshawn Lynch needs to have a conversation with his quarterback, and that conversation needs to be buffered, I guarantee you that the quarterback who was hero, who dropped down to 0, who's coincidentally black, didn't have a sports Asian, didn't have a backup quarterback that would be like, yo bro, you're fucking up. You can't be this fucking retarded. Where, do you need your QB4 to say this? Or do you just need to have a sports Asian on staff? What's a sports Asian? It's a Chinese guy with a ginormous dick. And this Chinese guy with a ginormous dick, he's telling people, oh my God, if you continue down this path, you're gonna lose 9 figures. Are you fucking retarded? That's Chinese quarterback 12.0. Now, you might then say, Larry, you talk a good game. Let's see you throw a football. I have been lathered up, ready for someone to say something retarded because I look like a person who doesn't quarterback. But when you see me in a room, you're like, whoa, dude, how many years of eligibility do you have left? And I'm like, I'm the guy who called Brady unretiring for a 8th time. Trust me, that's going to be a shit show because the Vin Circus hasn't even started yet. Who's the bread and circus whisperer? Who's the bread and circus whisperer? Bread and circus. It's meant to distract you from the fact that the government's doing some like pedo money printing shit, having sex with little kids, causing everybody to be retarded. Like, there's a reason that you're in competition with retards. If you could just read one 5-page, if you could just read 10 pages, the bar right now is so low. The bar right now is so low. So, quarterbacking 12.0. During the combines, you sit a person down, black, white, or Chinese, and you say, can you read? Because I'm gonna guess that some of the people that are coming out of college, UC San Diego in my crosshairs, people literally can't read. You have a playbook of 3 binders. What's a playbook? A playbook is 3 binders. So it's 3 3-ring binders. And these 3 3-ring binders, you have to be able to read. It's a little bit of pictures. It has words like wide receiver. It has words like if you can't read, you're gonna have a hard time regurgitating. That's why it's mushy, mushy, mushy. Oh my God, this video is the most valuable video of all videos. Because if you can't memorize protection, play call, plays, if you can't memorize mushy, 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 how are you going to get the loyalty of some person to study for 15 hours a week when they never play? Let me repeat that. So you're encouraging a person who never plays to prepare as if they might play. Because have you ever wondered why some substitute comes in and never messes up? That's because people will say this, which Larry Chang, he taught me what it means to be a professional. How many times have you heard some coach, he taught me what it means to be a professional? Why can't you just say mushy, mushy, mushy? Because when you say it, he taught me what it's required to be a professional. He taught me what it needs to be a professional. Welcome, Caucasian people. This is a safe space for heterosexuals. Three hours in, look what I got. 3 hours in, look what I got. Who's JR? I looked it up, Boomer. Oh, J.R. Ewing. I looked it up, Boomer. This is what we need to do. This is what we need to do as quarterback. Is boomers are gonna say boomer shit. Boomers are gonna say boomer shit. And you're gonna need to be able to cross-generationally speak. Oh, I looked it up. It's J.R. Ewing. I looked it up. Jerry Jones, Dallas. I looked it up. This is why, generationally speaking, you want to be a generational talent as a generational rock star by generating a generational metaphor, such as JR. So what we're doing is being a generational talent on a generational run by interspersing multiple generations. This is what it means to do time compression. This is what it means to do mushi mushi mushi. Is I went ahead and I memorized some retarded shit that somebody might say, which is I remember it from a year ago because somebody said something about Dallas and JR. And so I looked it up using HR. I looked it up using AI. Look at what the quarterback brought. This is critical as a quarterback. You always want to bring a six prong and you want to bring a charger. Why? Why? Because if you're using a wireless headset, you look like the architect in Santa Clara that decided to put a power coupling station where you spent 800K to save 500K to then lose $500 million. That's what happened to the power coupling station. That's what happened to the power coupling station. Guess who's gonna pee? This guy. ever could have predicted Alphabet sales hitting a sales record. This is going on with hashtag 55 days of Gemini 3 at SF Super Bowl. Who quarterbacked your money to do what? To determine that the $275,000 that Gemini 3 was giving you, that's real. That's absolutely real. This is the Wall Street Journal. This is the Wall Street Journal. This is the cover. Let me read to you why they were trying to give you $275,000. Why? Because when they give you $275,000, their sales increase. Sales hit records, spending to double. Google's parent annual revenues to surpass $400 billion for the first time. By Catherine Blunt. I should reach out to her. Connect. Artificial intelligence is supercharging Google's advertising and cloud computing business, and the company is stepping up spending to unheard of levels in its quest to win the AI race. Would that also be hashtag 55 days of Gemini 3 at SF Super Bowl? Coincidentally, not a coincidence, at the team hotel for one of the teams participating in the San Francisco World Series of Football, known as the Super Bowl, LX. Oh, coincidentally, the owner of that team is my neighbor. Coincidences, which is engineering serendipity, which is quarterbacking 12.0. You might think I got lucky doing this. I'm just engineering serendipity. Artificial intelligence is supercharging Google's advertising and cloud-based computing business, and the company is stepping up spending to unheard of levels in its quest to win the AI race. Remember, I'm Guy who, within the hashtag 23 days of OpenAI at South by Southwest, got people on day number 15 to pick up the free $275,000 that Gemini 3 was giving away. You're fucking motherfucking welcome. Google's parent company Alphabet reported an 80% jump in fourth quarter revenue and revealed plans to roughly double its spending on data centers and other capital projects. I wonder if we can financially benefit from these fucking retards. The answer is yes. Building 51. The answer is yes. You hear that? People are laughing. People are laughing, cashing checks and laughing. Why cashing checks? Because $275,000 is fucking free. Because Google said it's $275,000 in credits for free. Oh, this is financial advice. This is financial advice. This is financial advice. I am giving financial advice. This is financial advice. Sales exceeded, this is financial advice, which is hashtag 55 days of Gemini 3 at SF Super Bowl, period. This is financial advice. Sales exceeded analyst expectations as nearly $114 billion, driven by growth in the technology company's digital advertising and cloud computing units. Net income was $34.5 billion, a 30% increase compared with the same period a year earlier. Earnings per share increased 31% to $2.82, ahead of expectations. The company reported a record $403 billion in sales in 2025. The first annual sales reportedly surpassed $400 billion. Profit reached $132 billion last year. This is also hashtag 26 days of OpenAI ducking bankruptcy, specifically 4 days. And when I say hashtag, don't think of it as me saying exclamation point. Think of it as a compression algorithm, kind of like what a quarterback does when a quarterback calls plays. Hashtag 26 days of OpenAI ducking bankruptcy. Because while Google is making money hand over fist, Google's parent annual revenues surpassed $400 billion for the first time. There's another company in retrograde. That would be the Oppo-taco. That would be the taco that is opposite. A taco that's opposite is actually a penis. Pansexual neurodivergent Sam Altman going bankrupt. 26 days of OpenAI ducking bankruptcy. I'm telling you that this is financial advice, which is if you help them not go bankrupt, you get rich. Why? Because day 5. Why? Day 13. Why? Day 15. Why? Day 82. Larry, what's day 82 of the 26 days of OpenAI ducking bankruptcy? That would be January 20th. That would be Michael Burry. Those are 4 days. And this is why this is a compression algorithm, which is hashtag 26 days of OpenAI ducking BK. BK stands for bankruptcy. This parlays perfectly into a future live stream, which will take place in 10 minutes, called Top 20 Mistakes Women Make with Men's Money. Do you get why this channel is so valuable? Do you get why this channel is so valuable? You don't want to ask retarded shit. You don't want to ask retarded shit or sound like a retard. Because when you sound like a retard, that's not good. That's not good that you sound like a retard. Let's make calling people retarded a thing again. Because when you never say retard, you get default retards everywhere. Instead of saying thank you, why don't you make yourself some money? What questions do you guys have? Bitcoin only, bitches. Chris Larson, Brad Garlinghouse, they pre-mine the shit out of XRP. I do like Mike Arrington with his XRP turnaround though. So Chris Larson, Brad Garlinghouse, Larry Chang, Mike Arrington, we sell you the XRP so that way we can save our money in Bitcoin. Can you add the Eggs Benedict for me? Thank you. Can you make it with extra hollandaise sauce? Thank you. let's recap what you learned. You learned that Larry Chang quarterbacks your quarterback room, quarterbacks your money, quarterbacks your future quarterbacks where I'm going to be on a 2-day contract just quarterbacking, where now I am a quarterback alum. Is this where if you and your 9-figure payment to me is less than the cost of 2 Super Bowls, or if you don't win 2 Super Bowls based on my affecting the quarterback draft algorithm, then you'll get that this quarterbacking video is the most genius video that's ever dropped. And speaking of we're going into top mistakes women make with men's money right away.